For over 35 years, A Natural Difference's European Union certified products have continued to deliver our estheticians with the best of science of skincare as nature intended. Through the years, A Natural Difference has gained a reputation for offering formulas that are result-driven and work effectively for clients. All elements of A Natural Difference's line work in harmony with one another. Used together, they help the skin achieve a natural balance and help clients recapture a healthy and youthful appearance. Visit anaturaldifference.com for more details. This podcast is sponsored by LAMPROBE. LAMPROBE is a popular aesthetic tool that enables skincare practitioners to rapidly treat a wide variety of common minor skin irregularities, or MSI. Red MSI treated by LAMPROBE include dilated capillaries and cherry angiomas, yellow MSI, cholesterol deposits and sebaceous hyperplasia, and brown MSI treated include skin tags and more. LAMPROBE MSI treatments are non-invasive and deliver immediate results. LAMPROBE can empower your skin practice with these new and highly in-demand services. For more information, visit lamprobe.com. That's LAMPROBE.com. And follow LAMPROBE on social media at LAMPROBE.
Hello and welcome to ASCP Esty Talk. I'm Ella Cressman, licensed esthetician and content contributor for Associated Skincare Professionals.
I'm Maggie Staszcuk, licensed esthetician and ASCP's program director.
Maggie, we have a shout out. Here it goes. Ida Chorney, are you listening? Friend, we're so glad that you're joining us, right?
Totally.
Yes. Love your comment on our post about we listen, we don't judge. And we agree, having you listen is just like having friends. Thank you so much. So here's the thing. Friends, the skincare world is getting a major glow up. A lot of different ingredients coming out, but also different ways of using them. And in that, we're mixing innovation, sustainability, and most importantly, one of the hottest topics is personalization. All of this into one fabulous routine. So as savvy beauty lovers, obviously, and estheticians, we know that the demand for smarter, greener, and more custom solutions or brands is really increasing, especially with superstar ingredients. So let's talk today about a couple of them. What do you think, Maggie?
Yeah, let's dive in.
All right, let's think about vegan collagen for cruelty bounce, postbiotics to keep your skin's microbiome happy, and Ectoin to fight off pesky pollution. It's like this new era of skincare that's not just about looking good, but feeling good. It's way different from when we started out. I feel like I have a book of ingredients, like an ingredient. You remember those ingredient dictionaries?
Yeah.
I might have one from when we first started out and even one from 10 years ago. And I feel like they're probably more like a brochure compared to the ingredients that we use now, would you say?
Oh, 100%. I still use my ingredient dictionary from way back when I was in aesthetics school. But to your point, if you look at ingredient dictionaries over time, they are so fat because there's constantly new ingredients coming out every day that we put on our skin, creating change.
Creating change. And I love this part. This is one of my favorite parts about our industry because there's some that are fantastic. And then there's some that were like, really? See previous podcast on what a devil is wearing. So let's talk about a few today. Let's start with vegan collagen. Well, it sounds like it could be an oxymoron, but what is vegan collagen? Traditionally, of course, collagen is derived from animal sources. So bovine or marine, that's where we're usually getting our collagen powders or our topical collagen for masks and such. And that consists of proteins that are said to improve skin elasticity, hydration, firmness. But vegan collagen is created synthetically, but sourced from plant-based materials like yeast, bacteria, or genetically modified plants, corn or soy. So not without controversy, but a different opportunity. Very similar, in fact, mimetic to the molecular structure of animal collagen. What do you think about the difference between traditional collagen and vegan collagen?
So this brings up a lot of the same debate that we had with The Devil Wears Tallow and your personal opinions about using an animal-based ingredient on the skin. With that said, I think there's also a lot of debate about whether collagen itself can even permeate the surface of the skin to create change in the skin.
I would agree. And I think this could be a play on vulnerabilities. This is where like some of these things start to bother me. So let's talk first about the benefits of vegan collagen. Here's what the tout is. It's ethical and sustainable because it is aligned with not coming from animals or mammalian sources, then more acceptable. It's cruelty-free, it's eco-conscious, and so on. But as mentioned, it can come from GMO plants. The benefit for skin health is just like traditional collagen. It helps to improve skin firmness, reduce the appearance of fine lines, boost hydration. But is this topical or is this internal? Remember, I guess what I'm thinking of is vegan protein powder versus obviously whey protein powder. Are they similar? This is collagen you're ingesting, but also they're so closely marketed with topical products that there's confusion.
Yeah, something that's been synthesized in a lab can be created to create the change we're hoping for in the skin. It can be genetically modified to be smaller, to permeate the skin tissue. But you hear GMO and then everybody's up in arms saying that this is such a horrible thing. But again, we're applying this topically. It's something that's in a bottle. It's not something that we're ingesting. It's a debate, tomato, tomato.
Yeah, I guess that's where the limitation is because when we're talking specifically about topical application, which is our scope of practice, the vegan collagen works more as a topical hydrator or film forming agent, not what is implied as I'm going to boost your elasticity or re-add the bounce back in, right? That's what you're saying too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about postbiotics. Postbiotics versus prebiotics. Here's another inspiration food-wise. And no, I wasn't really hungry when I was researching this stuff, but I feel like our industry is so paralleled with diet trends and sometimes health trends. So prebiotics, we've heard about for a long time. There was the resurgence of popularity of taking a prebiotic and affecting the gut microbiome, which had a positive influence on your skin. And then we hear these postbiotics. So what are they? Postbiotics are the bioactive compounds produced when probiotics or live bacteria break down into nutrients. Think of enzymes, peptides, polysaccharides, and vitamins. The difference is, unlike probiotics, postbiotics are not live organisms. So this makes them more stable and more suitable for topical formulations. What are your thoughts?
Hold that thought. We'll be right back. Reveal a natural, radiant glow with Tizo Tinted Moisturizing Serum. With skin-loving ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and ceramides, this serum delivers long-lasting hydration, leaving skin feeling nourished and refreshed. 5 luminous shades provide a radiant hint of buildable color with a glowing, sheer finish that enhances your tone and texture. Gentle all-mineral SPF 30 and antioxidants protect against UV and environmental damage. Experience skincare that hydrates, protects, and perfects with Tizo's Tinted Moisturizing Serum. Visit tizoskin.com for details.
Okay, here we go. Let's get back to the podcast.
The whole biotic industry applied topically to the skin, I don't know how much I buy into this. Prebiotics, postbiotics, I understand that there is proven benefit to the skin, but when we're talking about a bacteria, if you will, live or not live, what is this really doing for my skin? So we have mentioned enzymes, peptides, polysaccharides, all of these things are awesome. If this is the outcome of postbiotic, why are we not just using the end result?
Right. I mean, that's fair. So let's talk about what they're touting the benefits of postbiotics. That it strengthens the skin barrier, which is kind of along the line with like the whole thought process. So postbiotics help to maintain that lipid barrier, preventing water loss, protecting against environmental irritants, and so on. Also touting, maybe this is a different benefit, but the anti-inflammatory properties. So calming redness, irritation, and inflammation. This is why they're used for sensitive or especially acne prone. And that is all going towards this thought of balancing the microbiome. So the postbiotics support the microbiome that's already there, this perceived probably imbalance, which is causing compromised skin or acneic skin, and that is essential for then preventing other things like eczema, acne, rosacea, and so on. So understanding postbiotics, are you thinking you might want some on your Del Taco night? I think so. Like,
Yeah.
it could be in the morning of postbiotic.
Probably a prebiotic on the Del Taco night.
Fair enough. So why postbiotics over probiotics? And you're right, they have prebiotics now.
My prebiotic is going to feed my probiotic so that I don't have a massive acne breakout.
And helps all the postbiotics. So there is a whole system here. The thing is that postbiotics are more stable in skincare. This is the tout. They don't require that live bacteria storage condition that probiotics do. And they're more predictable, less likely to cause adverse reactions. But you just brought up something that made me start to think with the pre, the pro, and the post. Are these just like a great idea gone marketing?
I feel like, yeah, that's why I can't buy into it. I mean, first of all, if we're talking about probiotics, this is live bacteria. In my cream, how's that possible? And what is that doing for my skin? Prebiotic feeding the good bacteria on the surface of my skin, I suppose. But my microbiome is good and healthy, and I can use barrier creams and antioxidants to maintain that balance, right? So why would I need a prebiotic? And then going back to my statement about postbiotics, I don't know, because we said enzymes, peptides, polysaccharides. I just am going to use all of those ingredients anyway. So is that marketing that we're just calling them postbiotics?
I could be, because I think there's thing like fermented radish root. And I feel like that's a simpler way of explaining. Fermented radish root helps support the microbiome. But then you got to break it down to something sciencey. Fermented radish root supports the microbiome because it is a probiotic. And like, oh, I know what that means because I have to take one, or yogurt facials or any of these other things. So I think there is some validity to the efficacy of the biotics, but I'm wondering if it's not a play on vulnerabilities. Could be.
Yeah.
So proceed with caution.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Ectoin. Ectoin sounds rich to me. What do you think of when you hear the word Ectoin?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, here, let's talk about what it is. It's interesting. It's a natural molecule derived from something called extremophiles. Weird, right?
Yes.
These are microorganisms that thrive in a harsh environment, like salt flats and deserts. So they're an amino acid derived thing that protects microorganisms' DNA and proteins from extreme stress. Think about that translating to skincare, and it's giving you this amazing protection for the skin in these extremely stressful situations. So we have life, we have climate changes for people who travel, we have currently where we are in this weird like pseudo spring area of transferring from winter to like cold and hot days, and humidity levels change and so on. So Ectoin is supposed to help through those changes. The benefits are an environmental defense, like a shield for the skin, keeping away harmful UV radiation, pollution, blue light exposure, and preventing oxidative stress and premature aging, like a super antioxidant. Also, it's touted to help improve the skin's ability to hold moisture in, similar to hyaluronic acid, by binding water molecules and holding them in the skin, so keeping it soft, supple. It's also anti-inflammatory, helps to reduce redness, irritation, sensitivity. And it's my opinion that inflammation, well, it's not my opinion, it's kind of known, but inflammation, especially if the skin stays in that inflammatory space, it can make things worse and long lasting. So the sooner you can reduce the inflammation, the less problems, the cascade we have. And then, of course, resilience and repair. So Ectoin strengthens the skin barrier, helping it to be not only strong and resilient, but recover from any damage that it does have. This is great for long-term skin health.
It really does it all.
Yes, it is. I mean, this is the tout, right? So you'll see this in moisturizers, you'll see this in SPFs. So now I'm going to ask you again, what do you think of when I say Ectoin?
Well, now that I have been so well informed, I'm thinking that's the go-to ingredient to boost my barrier, to reduce the redness and protect me from all things.
All things, including life.
Including life, yeah.
Ectoin is pretty cool. I do like that quite a bit. The origins of using this in formulations, it starts with extreme environment. So it's the reason that it's been used, especially as a potent protector against urban stressors. And that's really a growing concern for skincare consumers. Lots of different things going on. So here's the takeaway. Vegan collagen, is it a game changer for ethical and sustainable skincare or a ploy? How about postbiotics? Is this a science-backed solution for supporting the skin's microbiome? Or is it, again, marketing? And then Ectoin, it's a powerhouse for environmental defense and hydration. One of the new and upcoming ingredients to help consumers combat the effects of pollution, UV rays, and urban lifestyles. Now, listeners, we really want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on vegan collagen, Ectoin, postbiotics? Reach out via Instagram, Facebook, or send us an email at getconnected@ascpskincare.com. We want to know all the details. In the meantime, thank you for listening to ASCP Esty Talk. For more information on this episode, or for ways to connect with Maggie or myself, check out the show notes. Stay tuned for the next episode of ASCP Esty Talk.